residing in Kolkata, and I will be the coach for this session and rest of the sessions. Technologies. I was in Middle East for almost 5 to 7 years, and I have my total working experiences of 16 years now. It's been 16 years that I've been working. So basically, this program, what I will cover is the current market scenario, how you can crack your interviews, what are the things that you should do, you should not do in an interview, right? So I'll be preparing you all on interview skills, presentation skills, communication skills, English language skills. So these are the things that I'll be working with. Okay, now before I continue with the program, I would like to ask you all that should we continue the class totally in English or should we mix it with Hindi and Bengali?
Sir, if
It's
we
your
have
choice.
any problem, then we can ask you.
Okay, but still everybody may not ask, na? Everybody may not ask. So I just wanted to take a poll, like all of you want me to speak completely in English या फिर उसमें
Yes,
हिंदी
sir.
थोड़ा मिक्स करना पड़ेगा
Completely in English.
या फिर
जी सर
हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश
हिंदी
বাংলা কি
इंग्लिश सर
totally এখানে বাংলা
हिंदी इंग्लिश
স্যার আমি হিন্দি বুঝি না স্যার স্যার completely in
ओके
English.
ओके completely English no problem सौमित्र पॉल बोल रहे हैं ठीक है शेख सरवार अहमद कह रहे हैं मिक्स ओके चलो ठीक है तो बांग्ला दरकार नहीं मोटा এখানে বাংলা দরকার নেই
इंग्लिश तीनों
ओके ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है तो अल्टीमेटली इंग्लिश इज ओके साहिल से इंग्लिश इज ओके ठीक है मोहम्मद मेहदी हसन said English and Hindi ठीक है तो Bengali is not required I'll not speak in Bengali at all আমি বাংলা কথাতে বলবোই না right so I'll speak whatever things okay whatever I can ওই তো বাংলা কথা শুনতে পেয়েছি আমি তো ওটা এক্সপেক্ট করছিলাম বাংলা শুনতে পাচ্ছি না কেন anyway कोई बात नहीं doesn't matter okay fine so doesn't matter see I would say that whenever you guys ask question তোমরা সবাই ইংলিশে জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারো or হিন্দিতে জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারো or বেঙ্গলিতে জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারো but I would insist যে everybody whatever question you people ask try to ask in English भूल हो ठीक हो सही हो गलत हो doesn't matter right and I will continue the class in English and in Hindi and Bengali so it would be a blended kind of a thing but mostly in English because ultimately it's not about me it's about you how much all of you can understand I can see that there are 91 participants now मेरे लिए ये 91 participants ही जरूरी है सब so that session खत्म होने तक everybody should understand कुछ ना कुछ কিছু না কিছু যেন কনসেপ্টটা সবাই যেন বুঝে যায় I would expect everyone to understand at least the basic concept right I want all 91 participants should understand what I should cover because this is very important and why because see you guys have been studying for the last how many years कितने दिनों से पढ़ाई कर रहे हो आप लोग how many years 15 साल 16 साल 20 साल right अगर class 1 से if we calculate the number of years from class 1 right so 15 16 17 years you are investing of your life studying right irrespective of the fact whatever you are studying but ये जो 15 16 17 years आप लोगों ने invest किया है for what 15 साल आपकी लाइफ के आपने इन्वेस्ट किया है और उसका डिसीजन फैक्टर 15 मिनट के इंटरव्यू में डिसाइड होगा राइट सो व्हाटएवर नॉलेज यू हैव लर्नड whatever experience you have gained in your life, acha, buda, both, and based on that, whatever personality you have built up with, ultimately that will be questioned, that will be triggered, that will be, क्या कहते हैं उसको, blended in that 15-minute का interview. So it's a make or break decision for you all. वो 15 minutes will be the deciding factor of your life, whether you'll get selected or not, right, in an interview. और अगर भगवान न करे, God forbid, or if something goes wrong in an interview, in your first interview, it won't feel good. So my job is to make you understand that what exactly goes on in the mind of an interviewer. और मैं जो भी बोलूँगा, that I'll tell you by my own experiences, by my own case studies, कि what is the psychology behind an interview. आप लोगों ने interview दिया है? Have you given any interviews? Anyone? Anywhere?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. No idea.
Yes, sir, I have given.
Okay. So how was your experience?
Sir, it was great.
It was great. Where was that? Who's this? Who's talking?
Sir, it's Aman Miraj, sir.
Yeah, Aman. Tell me, how was your experience? What was that? What
Sir,
was about? What questions they asked you?
Sir, actually, they asked me some questions about, like, they were checking my fluency and the pronunciation, like how I used to pronounce the words. So I gave two interviews actually. I gave it for Flipkart process, for one for Teleperformance and one for Tech Mahindra. I got selected in both.
Teleperformance where? Indoor? Teleperformance
No,
indoor?
it was for Teleperformance Gurgaon.
Gurgaon, okay, Delhi.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I got selected in both, but as I was getting more higher salary, so I went for Teleperformance that time. So, sir, over there they just asked me like something, like they gave me a topic to tell, like speak on. They gave me a topic to speak on so that they can check my fluency and they can check how good I am with English and how good I am with Hindi as well. So this was the experience, and I was confident that I can do this because as I'm pursuing engineering, I don't think so. It's very proficient with my profile,
Absolutely.
but for the time being, I thought that if I'm getting an opportunity, why not I'll give an interview. So
Good.
This was the experience, and I got the job as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. So I hope everybody listened. He said that they basically take the fluency, right, in English.
Yes.
And thank you for sharing your experience. And what are the things that actually an interviewer checks, right? So we will discuss about those things as well. So basically, in today's class, let me just pull out the notepad. So basically, today we will talk about that whenever someone goes for an interview, what are the things he or she should be keen about? What are the things he or she should be more focused on? And what are the things the interviewer wants to see in you? So I'm going to give you a statement. I'm going to write an statement here. I hope everybody can see my notepad. It's visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm writing a statement. I'm writing a statement, and I want you all to tell me whether it's right or wrong. The statement is: interview is a selection process. I'll repeat: interview is a selection process. Now tell me, how many of you agree with it? How many of you say yes, and how many of you say no, and why? Interview is a selection process. Yes, Sahil, you're saying something?
Yes, sir, it is correct.
It's correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone disagrees with that fact? That no, it's not correct? It's not necessary that you should say things in English. If you want to say something, explain that it's correct or it's not correct. You can say in Hindi or Bengali as well.
No, sir, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So interviews and selection process. Everybody agrees with me?
No, sir.
Yes,
No, sir.
অতটাও মনে হচ্ছে না, একটু ডাউট আছে।
সবাই যদি ডাউট থাকে তাহলে গভর্নমেন্ট এই প্রসেসটা ইউজ করে কেন?
Who said what? কি ডাউট থাকে বুঝলাম না।
স্যার আমি বলতে চাচ্ছি যে ইন্টারভিউ ইজ এ সিলেকশন প্রসেস, ইট ইজ নট প্রপারলি কারেক্ট, ইট ইজ নট অনলি
ওকে,
সিলেকশন প্রসেস।
কেন? Why?
স্যার যদি একটা ইন্টারভিউতে যদি সিলেকশন প্রসেস, একটা সিলেকশন কোনো কাজের জন্য, নির্দিষ্ট কাজের জন্য যদি আমরা একটা নির্দিষ্ট ব্যক্তিকে যদি আমরা সিলেকশন করে নিই তার নির্দিষ্ট একটা এবিলিটি দেখে, তাহলে সেই হিসাবে সে নির্দিষ্ট কাজটাই করতে পারবে। কিন্তু যদি যদি কোম্পানিকে তাকে যদি কোনো কোম্পানি হয়তো আলাদা নিডেও কোনো একটা কাজে লাগে, তাহলে সেই হিসাবে কোম্পানি তো যে বেশি জানে, মাল্টিটাস্কিং বেশি জানে, তাকেই তো বেশি প্রেফার করবে। সেটা সেই হিসাবে শুধু সিলেকশন প্রসেস অথবা এরকম হিসাবে হতে পারে।
Okay, Shantanu, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shantanu, ঠিক আছে, I agree with you. Okay, anyone else would like to share their point of view? Ripon, yes, Ripon, please tell. Anyone else has any idea or any opinion? See, প্রথমেই বলে দিই, let me tell you right at the beginning, before the session, or during the session rather, that this is not a math class or any theoretical class, because interview will not be, face-to-face round will not be done on a chat or, by writing. It's all about, interacting, face-to-face interaction, right? So just because this class is about face-to-face interaction, what is the psychology behind those rounds of interviews that takes place in companies? So সেটার জন্যই in this session it's important that all of you, everybody should participate, everybody should engage in the program, right? So
Sir,
that's
yes,
the reason I'm
voice is
asking a lot of
lagging.
questions. Okay, still voice is lagging, is it?
No, sir, now it's okay.
Network issues aata rahega, so no problem, we'll manage. After all, we are depending on the digital platform and internet connection, so theek hai, we'll manage, not a problem. All right, we just hit the 100 mark. Let me just give me one moment, guys. Let me share the attendance once again, because I can see the updated list here. Okay.
Sir, how is
So,
the
like I
attendance?
was, okay, I can see here all the people logged in. So once they log in, then I'll send the attendances to Alia University.
Okay, thank you.
So that is why I'm keep on, asking that everybody should join. Okay, fine. So no worries from that side. I'll mark your attendance and I'll send it to Alia, because I don't want Alia to question anything that why you haven't joined, why this student hasn't joined. So no problem. I'll take care of it.
Sir, your voice is not coming properly.
My voice is not coming properly to everyone.
Sir,
No, sir,
এখন
it's
ঠিক
okay.
আছে,
But
ঠিক আছে।
sometimes it is lagging.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fine.
Now it's okay,
it
but
could be,
sometimes
depending. Uh, so it's okay. I mean, sometimes it due to network, I'm got connection here. So maybe due to network, it might happen. So, कोई बात नहीं. Okay, sir, Astafizur Rahman can join this meeting. Astafizur Rahman can join this meeting. क्यों भाई? Cano?
Sir, because the range of this meeting is 100 and we have
yes,
around 150 plus students.
Oh, yeah. Okay. More than 200. Okay, okay. Let me just inform this guys
Yes,
because
sir.
I don't want join Kutte Pachina and Pode, Alia University will ask question. Let me just check it here. Let me just let them know. Give me one moment. I'll call Alia. Give me one moment, guys. I'll just let them know that there are a lot of people who will not be able to join. Okay, I'm calling them. All right, guys. I just spoke to them. Hello. So please let everybody know. Those who were not been able to join, they can join the next session, which will start from 12, I guess 12 onwards. They can start the second half of the program. They can join. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So those whoever not been able to join, let them know that they can join the second half of the program. All right, coming back to the topic, the question or rather the statement which I mentioned, interview is a selection process. A lot of you may agree with it, a lot of you may disagree with it. But before I answer whether it's true or not, just want to show you something. Just give me one minute.
Hello,
Hello?
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
tell
sir.
me.
My name is Arman. Sir,
Yes,
I
Arman,
think
tell me.
so. I think, sir, interview is not a process of selection. So it is the process of just
Okay.
check out your confident and character and knowledge and also your skills. how to behave, how to understand anything at all.
Okay, okay, okay.
Ji, sir.
I agree with you.
Because nobody have confident to
Mhm,
uh, so in front of interviewers. That's why.
mhm. Okay, okay. I agree with you, Arman. Okay, all right. Okay, now before I say anything about the statement, I just want to show you a picture, a snap, and tell me what you see. बताइए क्या दिख रहा है आप लोगों को? What do you see in this photo?
Sir, a black dot in a white canvas.
Yes, absolutely. Black black small dot.
Black, small dot, black dot, right? This is called the psychology of human brain. Now, the question, black
White.
dot represents white. Yes, no? You agree with me, right? 99% is covered with
Yes,
white.
sir.
Only
Yes, sir.
1%
Yes,
is
sir.
covered with black.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Despite of the fact you focused on what? That black dot, ignoring the 99% white scene or color. So if we may say that black denotes the negativity and white denotes the positivity, it's human nature that we will ignore the 99% of positivity in anyone, and we will focus on only that 1% negativity which we see in every people. ऐसा होता है ना हम लोग के फ्रेंडशिप में, 1000 बात बोलो अच्छा लगा, लेकिन एक कोई बात बुरा बोल दिया तो उसको लेके मतलब बैठ जाती है, यार ऐसा बोला वो, है ना, ignoring that आज तक वो कितना अच्छा बोला होगा, right? So this is human nature, and this is called the psychology of human brain, and the same logic will apply in interview also. So for an interviewer, you may have prepared everything, but if you may have ignored one little thing, and that little thing may appear like this black dot on a white canvas, and the interviewer straight away puts his total attention to that black dot, ignoring your all the qualities like this in right. So, so the thing is, okay. So the thing is that interview is a selection process, and those who agree with this fact and prepare yourself, keeping in mind this statement, will get rejected in interviews. तो अगर आप लोगों का प्रिपरेशन इस सोच के साथ होता है कि इंटरव्यू एक सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस है और मुझे सेलेक्ट होना है इंटरव्यू में, अल्टीमेटली इस थॉट प्रोसेस की वजह से ही सिलेक्शन नहीं होगा। যদি তোমরা ভাবো যে ইন্টারভিউ একটা সিলেকশন প্রসেস এবং আমাকে সিলেক্ট হতে হবে এবং সেটার জন্যই প্রিপারেশন করছো, দেন কিন্তু সিলেকশন হবে না। I might sound confusing, but that's the hard truth. Because interview is not a selection process. Think from the interviewer's point of view. The moment when you prepare yourself thinking that it's a selection process and I have to be selected, then you are doing the preparation from your own point of view. That the person, the interviewer might ask me this question. If he or she asks me this question, I'll answer this. This will create an impact. This will create a positive impact. That will do something better, right? If he says this, I'll say this, right? The entire preparation is based on that I have to get selected. But the fact is, think from the interviewer's point of view. Interviewer's point of view. I want to give you a scenario.
Sir, excuse me,
I
sir.
want
Your
you to
voice is lagging, sir.
yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir. Your
My
voice is
voice
not
still
clear,
lagging?
sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
It is happening, sir, too much, sir. Frequently, so.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just wait a second. Let me just get my yeah, it's 90% charged. It should be. Is it better now?
No,
No,
okay.
sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
It's not clear. Wait a second then. How about now? How about now? Am I clear now?
এখন
sir.
ক্লিয়ার বাট কিন্তু মনে হয় আপনার নেটওয়ার্ক কানেকশন
Network connection should be visible. All right, tell me now. Is it a little better than before?
Yes, sir. It is better now.
Yes, sir.
A bit better than before? Hello.
yes yes sir. It's fine, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, sir.
Is it okay now?
Sir,
Yes,
can
sir.
you hear us?
Yes,
It
sir.
is now
It
okay.
is okay.
So it's okay, so can you hear
Sir, bolo.
us?
Is it okay now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I can't
Yes,
hear you.
sir.
I can't hear your voice,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
I can't hear you at all.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
but
It is a problem.
sir, we all are hear you.
Mic में disturb होगा, sir.
No, sir, Bluetooth mic.
Hello.
Sir, yes.
Sir, can you hear us? Hello.
Hello, sir.
नहीं दे रहा है. सर का सुनाई नहीं
हेलो
दे
हेलो
रहा.
हेलो
सुनाई नहीं दे रहा.
Hello,
लगता
sir.
है
Can
सर
you hear
वॉइस
us?
ओवर इंटरनेट करना भूल गए हैं।
चैट बॉक्स में लिख दो यार, चैट बॉक्स में लिख दो.
Hello, sir. Can you hear us?
Hello, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
लगता सर को नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है.
Here.
आए सर. हेलो.
अरे सर का सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. अच्छा, वेट ए सेकंड.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes.
कौन गा रहा है भाई?
सरमना घोष. बड़ा मस्त गा रही थी. गा गा गा. सरमना घोष.
Ravana.
भजन.
Voice.
हेलो सर, क्या आपको सुनाई दे रहा है?
Hello.
Sir.
सर 1 2 3 4.
ये 1 2
आगे
3
बोलो यार, आगे बोलो.
All right.
यार क्या माइक टेस्ट कर रहा है क्या? 1 2 3 4.
हाँ वही 1 2 3 4 माइक ही टेस्ट कर रहे हैं. अब तुम लोगों की आवाज आ रही है. मेरी आवाज आ रही है तुम लोगों को?
हाँ यार, सब
हाँ सर, अकाउंट ठीक है
Yes, sir.
सर.
Yes, sir.
आ रहा
Now you are back, sir.
चलो.
Yes.
मैं
Yes,
माइक
yes,
टेस्ट ही कर रहा था. 1 2 3 4 माइक टेस्ट ही कर रहा था. राइट यार. जो
ओके सर, ओके सर. मैं
Okay,
समझ
sir,
नहीं पाया था.
ओके सर, आप ये थे.
मैंने सोचा कोई
ओके
स्ट्रोक कर
चलो.
रहा है.
नहीं वो मैं कर रहा
सॉरी
था बिकॉज
सॉरी
अरे नो प्रॉब्लम बच्चे. सब ठीक है.
सॉरी
एनीवे
सर, सॉरी.
चलो कोई बात नहीं यार. ठीक है. तो चलो
ओके सर.
लेट्स बिगिन. हम लोग कहाँ पे थे? वी वर हियर. थिंक फ्रॉम द इंटरव्यूअर्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ओके. सो एज आई वाज सेइंग, जैसा कि मैं बोल रहा था कि थिंक फ्रॉम द इंटरव्यूअर्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. मतलब इमेजिन करो. इमेजिन दैट यू आर द एचआर ऑफ अ कंपनी. राइट. XYZ कंपनी के आप एचआर हो. And you are supposed to go to a college to conduct interview. ठीक है. Put yourself from the interviewer's point of view. So whenever you will go for an interview लेने के लिए, remember, example, take an example that you are the HR of a company and you were told that you have to travel 100 per hour, or maybe you have to travel 100 kilometers from your base location and conduct an interview in XYZ college. So you went there. You went there. You had a hectic journey. It's already 30 plus temperature. You reach that place. It's very far. Food is not as per your quality. And finally, you reach the college and you see 500 students waiting for their interview, for their round, right? What will be going into your mind the moment you reach the college to take the interview and you see 500 people waiting for the interview? आप लोगों के दिमाग में क्या चलेगा? What do you will think?
So I will be very irritated from that situation.
Exactly. देख के लगेगा एक HR यही सोचा, अरे यार इतने स्टूडेंट का लेना पड़ेगा, तो उसका दिमाग चलने लगेगा कि ये कैसे, हाउ शुड आई फिल्टर, क्योंकि HR कैन नॉट से यार तुम्हारा नहीं लेना है, गुड नहीं है, तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू लेगा, तो ऐसा दंगा हो जाएगा, राइट? क्योंकि सबको अपॉर्चुनिटी इक्वल देना है. सो व्हाट HR डज, दे हैव राउंड्स एंड राउंड्स, इसीलिए वी हैव written tests, right? इसीलिए we have first round as a written test or maybe online test. उसमें if you score so and so much, only then you'll be proceed to the second round of interview. Correct? So the reason there are round of interviews because they want to do the filtration. So interview from the HR's point of view, it's not a selection process, it's a rejection process. He, out of 500 students, how will I reject maybe 60-40% of students, 60% of students, and then out of 50% I will select or I will do further filtration. So ultimately HR is going there not to select, actually to reject, and whatever remains after reject will automatically or technically will get selected, right? Yeah, Mohammed
Yes,
Quran,
sir.
you want to say something? You have raised your hand. So if you prepare yourself to get selected, well, because of that reason, 90% people gets rejected. But if you prepare yourself not to be rejected, that means then your preparation will be as per the process of an interview, not as per the process what do you think is right or wrong. So this is the psychology of an interview, right? So how to get avoided, how to avoid not getting selected in the interview, that is something that we will discuss about. Because as you all know, competition is very high. Everybody talks about it. Those who gets rejected, right? And interviewer, they don't have that much of time, not they have that much of interest कि आपको बिठा के चाय पानी पिला के बोलें कि अच्छा इस रीजन से आपका रिजेक्शन करो, इसको और थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस करो, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं आपको जरूर इंटरव्यू लूंगा और आपको सेलेक्ट करूंगा. They don't do that, right? Life is not that easy because most of the time people gets rejected. They don't even know why they got rejected because people then interviewers, they don't tell them. So until and unless you know why uh, you may get rejected, how will you do the preparation? So this is about understanding the concept of an interview. So the thing is, interview is a rejection process from the interviewer's point of view, and you have to prepare yourself how not to get rejected in an interview. Now the next question that comes up is, what is the first question? What is the first obvious question in an interview? What is the first obvious question in an interview?
Tell me about yourself.
Sir, introduce
Tell me
yourself.
about tell me about yourself. Introduce yourself.
So I think, sir, the question is that why should you get into this company? The interviewer should ask.
Okay, fine. So basically, the first question is that's the second question actually. That why should we should hire you or why you want to join us. So I'll tell you also in the preceding classes that why they ask this question that the reason, the psychology behind asking these questions and what would should be the appropriate answer. I'll also let you know. But let's start with the initial rounds of interview or the initial questions of interview. And that is, tell me something about yourself, introduce yourself. Basically, they ask about self-introduction, right? Now, self-introduction, why they are asking about self-introduction? Because everything is written in your CV. You give your resume when you go for an interview. Your name is written there, your date of birth is written there, all your academic achievements and or your everything is written there in your profile, in your resume. Still, they ask you to introduce yourself. Why? Okay. So yes, Sayed, you're right. So despite of everything written out there, the reason they ask that आपकी जो सोच है, whatever your thought process is, how well you can choreograph your thought process into words or sentences, something what we call communication skills. So in interview, there is a concept of, I don't know whether you guys have heard about this concept or not, structural conversational build-up. If you can build your conversation in a structured way, then things will go as per you have planned. If anything in between goes wrong, then you might have to fix it. So basically, during the conversation in an interview, things that they check for is जो सबको पता है, confidence, presentation skills. You can write a note down also of it if you guys want. Presentation skills, interpretation skills, speaking skills, thought process. Decision making skills. In said language, whatever language, mostly in English, but let's just write that said language. Clarity of thought. Creativity. So these are the things they check when they ask you a question. whatever question they ask you, be it the initial question of introducing yourself or any other counter intuitive question, basically they check these things. So in an interview, yes, it is important what you are saying, but more than that, what is important is how you are saying it. क्या बोल रहे हो वो जरूरी है, but किस तरह से आप बोल रहे हो, that will make or create an impact or even destruct an impact, right? So they check for your confidence level, they check your presentation skills, they check your interpretation skills, they check your speaking skills, they check your thought process, answering skills, decision making skills, fluency, clarity of thought, how much clear you are with your thought. If you're saying something but you yourself don't believe in it, that will be exhibited in your body language. So they check the clarity of thought, whether your body language and whatever you're saying syncs together, and creativity, how your answer is different from others. See, questions will remain same. Why should we hire you? Hannah, let's take an example. Why should we hire you? The question remains same to every student, and if obvious answers comes with every, like pretty much more or less same thing, right? What matters is how you are saying it, that plays the vital role in the interview. So when you work on your answers, you have to work on these things, and we will talk about each thing and how to improve each thing step by step in coming classes. So you don't have to worry about all this. Now, talking about, coming back to the, which is introduce yourself. My question is, how long it will take for you to introduce yourself? How long will it take? If I ask you this question, please introduce yourself. How long you can speak English?
Sir, 1 to 2 seconds.
1 to 2 seconds. Okay.
Minutes, sir. 1 to 2 minutes will be enough.
Sir, 2 or 3 minutes, sir.
Yes. Ideally, one should speak anything less than 1.5 minutes. Anything less than 1.5 minutes means game over, right? अगर खुद के इंट्रोडक्शन भी अगर 1.5 मिनट से कम हो तो वहां पे इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट नहीं. So minimum you should speak, minimum at least from anything between 1 to 1.5 minutes होना ही चाहिए. मतलब by hook or by crook, you should have enough content prepared for yourself that at least you should be able to comprehend in English for more than 1 to 1.5 minutes. If it's 2 minutes, बहुत अच्छी बात है. If it's more than 2 minutes, वो तो और बहुत अच्छी बात है. जितना ज़्यादा हो उतना अच्छा. Because fact is, if you are speaking continuously, you have practiced yourself, written yourself, planned yourself, and thought about saying, it should be content full of at least 1.5 minutes, 1 to 1.5 minutes. So chalo, let's see अगर आपसे इंट्रोडक्शन पूछें तो आप कितने मिनट्स बोलते हो? इन सब चीजों में हम लोग बाद में आएंगे. We'll put rest of these things बाद later. पहले we'll see that how to work on this. So if I ask anybody would like to give his introduction? देखो यार सबको बोलूं that this is all about practicing. So गलत हो सही हो भूल जाओ, right? भूल जाओ, just speak. क्योंकि पता चलेगा कि कहाँ पे वर्क करना है. Only then you will be able to work on it, right? So who would like to give their introduction?
Sir, may I try?
Yes, Mizanur, right?
Yes, sir.
Mizanur. Yes, please tell me.
Sir, first of all, sir, I'm Mizanur Rahman. I'm sir 20 years old. I'm the student of Alia University. Before the Alia University, I'm in Gorabajar Chandra Institution. I'm grade the HS and that is a madhyamik degree from the same school. And sir, my dream is about to prepare a virtual world, but sir, I have not any idea how to prepare it. That's all, sir. That's all about this.
That's all okay. So 57 seconds minus 27. You spoke for 30 seconds, right? Mizanur. So your
Yes, sir.
speech was for 30 seconds. Anyone else would like to try? Don't worry. I will tell you कैसे अपना content बनाओ कि you will have at least 1 and 1 hour. Okay, who's this?
Sir, I want to try. Krishnendu Biswas, sir.
Krishnendu. Okay, Mr. KB, tell me.
So, I'm Krishnendu Biswas. I'm 20 years old from Murshidabad, and I am currently studying in the Department of Civil Engineering. And my hobby, and I completed my 10th from West Bengal Board of Secondary Education, and also 12th from respective boards of West Bengal. And I like to do digital content creation, web developing designs, and I like and again my aim is to in civil engineering to be for road transport area, and that's it all about.
Okay, all right, okay. Anyone else? Rohan Shah, you want to say something? You have raised your voice.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Good morning, sir. My name is Rohan Shah,
Yes.
and I am from Mechanical Department in Alia University. Before Alia, I was in Techno Point, CBSE school in Bihar. I chose Mechanical Department as I found it very interesting, and I am very much obsessed with machines. And I hope that I will be a good engineer. My hometown is in Bengal itself, from Birbhum Jilla, and yes, that's also. Thank you, sir.
That's all. Okay. All right. So on an average,
Sir, English
yes.
বলতে হবে।
কে বলছো ভাই? নামটা
Sir,
বলো।
I'm শান্তনু বলছি।
শান্তনু। হ্যাঁ, কি বলছো? ইংলিশেই বলতে হবে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, এখন ইংলিশে সেরকম প্রিপেয়ার নেই তো, তার জন্য বলি। It's a village in West Bengal in Paschim Mednipur, Nandabari, and I am now studying in Alia University, and I am complete my 10th and 12th in Loada High School, and under the WBBS CH, and also I have a weird hobby, like watching properly suit on me, and then I am not interested in it. So then I choose to be an engineer because there is also physics and also mathematics. So mathematics also, I like mathematics, but after 12, then I was just um, more like the physics. Then so try I decided to be an engineer and good engineer. Uh, that's all about me.
Very good, Shantanu. Very well, very well. Okay,
So may I say,
on Arman, Aman,
Aman, sir.
Aman. Yes, please.
A very refreshing good morning, sir. Myself, Aman Miraj. I reside at Asansol, which is in Paschim Bardhaman. I have completed my class 10 from Banpur Riverside School, which is CBSE affiliated board, and I have passed with 75% in my class 10. And I have done my class 12 from the same school and in science stream with 81.2%, 81.8% marks. So after completing my class 12, I went for my graduation. So I am currently pursuing my graduation from Alia University. Recently, I just gave few interviews as well, and I was selected over there as well. But due to some reasons, I was not able to join. So currently, I would like to introduce myself furthermore. My father is a small scale businessman. My mom is a housemaker. I love to play basketball, and I'm a fitness enthusiast. So I love to do workouts as well. And my hobbies are to play basketball and gymming, and I love to cycling. I love to do cycling as well. So I'm looking further for this job to develop my personal and professional skills as well. So where I can put myself and test my skills and look into my future, where I can stand, where I can rise high, and I can build a career where I can see myself in after 10 years, and I can say freely that yes, I have worked hard for this. This is all about me, sir. Thank you.
Okay, great, excellent. Anyone else? Anyone else would like to say anything? No. Okay. Now the thing is, those who have mentioned your introduction. Yeah. Who's this? Shahid. Shahid, you want to say something? So those who mentioned your introduction, it was good, but that needs to be refined as well. Because ultimately, all these things which I mentioned there, the confidence, the presentations, and so on and so on, which leads to one thing. All these things leads to one thing. Can you tell me what that thing is? Give me 1 second. Yeah, yes, Rahul. Yeah, I called you because there were 100 plus students. Now the capacity is 100 only. So I thought of letting you know and letting you know that. So what is the scenario like? More than 100 students are coming? Yeah, no, I spoke with Elena. She said that All right, guys. So, like I was saying, that all these things which I mentioned here, it sums up to one thing, one only single quality. Can you tell me what is it? And that interviewer looks for that quality. ये सारी चीजें यहाँ पे जो लिखी हुई है sum up to one single uniform quality जो कि हर एक देखता है और as a matter of fact हर इंसान देखता है.
Personality.
Personality, okay. Anything else?
Confidence.
Creativity, out of the box thinking.
वो तो लिखा ही हुआ है यहाँ पे. Anyways, confidence, creativity, out of the box thinking. Okay, fine. Agree with everybody, all of you. But was one quality around, no? So that one.
Sir,
yes.
sir, not a structural way.
Not a structural way. Okay.
Sir, sense of humor.
Okay, sense of humor. Okay. All right. Agreed. Now, that one quality, that one particular thing that I was talking about, उसको बोलने के पहले I'm going to tell you a short story. ध्यान से सुनना इसको. ठीक है? Listen to it very carefully and that. There was a man who made living, and I read this story in Shiv Khera's book. अगर आप लोगों ने book पढ़ा होगा तो शायद पता होगा, you'll be able to answer. So there was a man who made his living by selling balloons in a mela and fair. वो मेले में balloons बेचता था. He had many balloons with different colors, black, yellow, blue, green, and all sort of colors. So whenever the business was low, whenever the business goes down, he would release one helium-filled balloon into the air. जब भी उसका business down होता था, वो एक balloon gas वाला ऊपर छोड़ देता था आकाश में. And all the children, they used to see that balloon, going high above the sky. They used to run around and then come to that balloon wala's place and ask for balloons. So they all wanted that balloon. They all wanted a balloon which goes up, right? So they would give him. Every time his sales goes down, he used to leave one balloon to the sky, and again the sales goes up. One day, the balloon man was, doing the same thing. एक बच्चा आया उसके पास, छोटा बच्चा आया और उसके शर्ट को टानने लगा. A small kid came and started tugging his jacket. The balloon wala turned up and saw a small kid. The kid asked, "Uncle, if you release a black balloon, would that also fly?" Balloon wala said, "Haan beta, this will also fly." Then he said, "If you release the white balloon, will that also fly?" Balloon wala said, Yes, that will also fly." Then he asked, "Sir, uncle, what about the pink one? Will that also fly?" Feeling a little bit irritated, the balloon wala said, "Yes, that will also fly." "And what about the yellow one?" Then the balloon wala smiled and said, "Son, it's not the color of the balloon that makes the balloon fly. It's what's inside that makes it go up." So it's not about the color of the balloon. It's what inside that balloon that is actually making that balloon flew. And here the answer to all these points is, the greatest discovery of this generation is that we as human beings, we can alter our lives if we can alter our one thing, that is attitude. So ultimately, the interviewer will check your attitude, right? He or she will check your attitude. If you have a right attitude, they will hire you, even if you have less academics. If you have low attitude, they may not hire. So whatever you say here, all these things will sum up to one thing. That thing is the attitude of a person. The attitude of a person. They will judge you based on your attitude. आज मैं आप लोगों के साथ interaction कर रहा हूँ for the first time. You have not seen me, right? I haven't seen you. But whatever discussion we are having, based on that the way I'm saying things, based on that, it will show my attitude towards all of you, right? And based on that, you will judge me whether I was good or bad, right? So ultimately, it's about attitude. So before working on any of those things, remember one thing, that this is what the deciding factor is. This is what the deciding factor is to crack an interview. If you have an attitude of someone who is in desperate need of a job and will grow with the company, that shows what kind of attitude you have. You should have a winning attitude to crack an interview. Right? Do you agree with me, guys? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So whenever you go give your introduction, that should show a trailer of your attitude. What kind of attitude? हम लोग सभी movies देखते हैं, right? Movies जब देखते हैं, whenever we watch movie, what is that one thing that comes before the movie releases? What is that one thing that comes?
It's a trailer.
Trailer आता है, right? Trailer कितने मिनट का होता है?
Sir, 3 to 4 minutes.
Max 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. 4 minutes पे ज़्यादा हो गया. 2 to 3 minutes का trailer होता है, right? So whenever a trailer comes, whether you watch it on YouTube or any channel, it's of 2 to 3 minutes max. Now, what exactly is in that trailer? क्या होता है उस trailer में?
Sir, all average the movie. Average
Okay.
idea of the movie, sir.
Okay. Anyone else? What do we have in the trailer?
The cutscenes of the movies.
Okay. So in a trailer, we have the best action scenes, right? Best action scene, the best romantic scene, the best song, the best dramatic scene, the best technology to do with technology. The best of the trailer is the gist of all the best scenes of a movie, right? Compiled together, and then a trailer is made. Do you agree with me? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So your introduction is like your trailer, right? Your life is your movie, and your introduction is like your trailer. And it's up to you how well you can decorate your trailer so that it can create an impact when you go for it. Right? It's up to you how well you can decorate your trailer. If your trailer is not good, movie जितनी भी अच्छी हो, हिंदी में कहावत है, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. Right? If your trailer is not good, nobody will buy you. Nobody will take you seriously. Forget about people. Forget about in the professional world. Even in personal relationships, even at home, nobody will take you seriously if you have not been able to create an impact of yourself, you as a brand, right? So what matters is you have to redefine your trailer in such a way so that people will take you seriously. People will consider you as a brand. You will be able to drive attention of those people, right? Now, coming back to the topic of self-introduction. Let's talk about self-introduction today. Coming back to this topic, as I said, your content should be a minimum of 1 to 1.5 minutes. Now, what should be in your content? अगर आपको बोला जाए कि मिनिमम 1 से 1.5 मिनट तक अपने बारे में बोलना है, तो that doesn't mean कि कुछ भी बोलना है, right? सर आज सुबह उठा तब मैं 6 बजे उठा, उसके बाद जॉगिंग पे गया, जॉगिंग से आकर तब तो यार 1 घंटे तक बोलते रहोगे. But that doesn't make any sense. That will not create an impact. So your content should be solid as well as lengthy enough so that you'll be able to speak for a minute or so or more. So how to do that? For that, there is a format. There's a format. If you can put your details into this format, your introduction will get glorified. Your introduction will get decorated, redefined, right? Now, what is the format? What I have done, I have divided this format into 4 sections. And this is for everybody. Those who think that your format is fine, whatever you are using is fine, you can use those who were not been able to speak for at least a minute or less than anything less than minute. They should follow this format. So at least they can be, explode enough so that you'll be able to speak for that long. So what I've done, I have divided this section, is this format into 4 sections. The first section consists of name, age, location. That's it. So you would say something like this: my name is Jatinder. I am 30 years old, and I am from Kolkata. Something like that. Second section talks about your family background. Some of say important to family background. It's not about the importance, it's about the content, the speaking skills. So if you have enough content that if you can spend time in other things, then you can skip your family background. But at least you should mention your father's name. As you all are fresher, so you should mention your father's name. So what are the things that you should mention in a family background? Father's name, father's occupation, mother's name is optional. You may mention, you may not mention. Mostly our mothers are housewives. Or if she's working, you will say service woman. It's optional thing. And then we have siblings. That is also optional. If you feel like saying, you can. If you don't feel like saying, that's okay. But these 2 things are important: father's name and father's occupation. Because this shows that where you're coming from. That's it. Second section complete. Moving on to the third section. Educational background. It should be in a chronological order. It should always be in a chronological order. That means from previous to the current one. So it should be like board exams, higher secondary, and then your current one. Whatever is mentioned, whatever you mention in your current one, it should always be pursuing. Never say doing. I am doing BTech from XYZ college. No, I am pursuing BTech in civil or whatever, right? And then whatever things you have completed, like board exam you have completed or HS you have completed, mention from which school and which year. And if you have any additional qualification, you may mention here as well. That's it. Third section complete. Moving on to the fourth section. Coming on to the fourth section. This talks about your hobbies and
Sir,
interests.
as a additional qualification
Yes,
means if there any internship or anything.
absolutely, absolutely. Yes, Rick.
Okay.
Yes. Fourth section talks about your hobbies and interests. This is the standard of your introduction. If you follow this format, at least you'll be able to speak for 1 minute. And other than this, if you want to add anything else, you can add extra cream, not a problem at all. See, if you cook biryani, in biryani there are different spices put together. If even one spice is missing, the taste will be compromised, right? So it's about putting all the ingredients in proportionate manner. Only then it will be tasty. Same logic applies here as well. Now, if you are mentioning, if you feel like mentioning educational background right after your name, age, and location, or if you mention about your hobby right after your name, age, and location, it's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, there's a proper format of everything. If you go to a wedding reception party, right, in a wedding reception, and to have dinner, they have a proper format. They will not give you will not get ice cream right at the beginning in a wedding. This comes at the last. Desserts, sweets, it comes at the last. Imagine you went to a wedding reception and they serve you sweets right at the beginning. How will you feel? How will you feel?
Quite uncommon, sir.
Sir, it's very strange.
Uncommon. It's strange. Despite, doesn't matter how tasty that sweet is, the garam garam gulab jamun and all. Still, you will feel, yeah, ye to aisa to nahi dekha pehle. This has never happened before. You will eat it up and you will think, this is not right. They don't know how to serve. That will be your perception, right? They don't know how to serve. Same logic applies here. If you mention right after section 1, it may be normal because you're saying something, but that doesn't sound proper to the interviewer. So whatever introduction you have planned or practiced or written, put it into this format, and then you can add more flavor into it. It's up to you. Right. So guys, anybody has any question about the format? Any doubts, anything? Does anyone have any question?
Sir,
Sir, can we add that how many languages we know and all that?
That is something already written in your resume, right? Language known, Hindi, English, Bengali. That's already written. If you still like saying it, of course you can. You can add it into the third section. You cannot add it right here. My name is Jatinder. I am 30 years old. I am from Kolkata. I know 7 languages. Doesn't sound good, right? You can add about the language thing in the third section. And also, never mention the percentage, how much you have received in Madhyamik or HS or graduation. Don't mention it. Just mention the name of the school and the year you have passed. That's it. I've seen a lot of people saying that I've completed board exam from XYZ college and I scored 84% in it. Not needed. Percentage is not normally mentioned. It's already written in your CV. So percentage is not normally said. Right. Now, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 sections. Of course, you can add your own things here if you want. You have the 4 sections. So the transition or the movement from section 1 to section 2 should be crispy, should be smooth, right? And to make that transition from section 1, from section 2 to 3, and then 3 to 4, we may add few connectors. What are those connectors? Connectors will spice up your introduction. It will decorate your introduction. It will make more impactful your introduction. Connectors are like, as far as my dash is concerned. This dash means whatever you're saying. If you're talking about family background, you may say, well, as far as my family background is concerned, my father's name is so and so. He is a businessman, something like that. If you're talking about educational background, as far as my educational background is concerned, I completed Madhyamik 11 from XYZ school and higher secondary as well from the same school. Right now, I'm pursuing BTech with so and so college, something like that. So this is one of the connector. If you have any other connectors, you can use that as well. I'm just giving you rough few examples of it. Talking about my hobbies and interests, I like to play cricket. I love listening to music. Talking about my family background, my father's name is so and so. He is a serviceman, something like that. If you have any other suggestions, you may give. Anybody has any suggestion that could be used as a connector?
Sir, beside this,
Sorry?
sir, beside this, if we use beside this.
No, beside this doesn't sound good. It's unprofessional.
Sir, extra achievements.
Extra achievements. No. Extra achievements. It's okay when you write extra achievement in your resume, but when you are conversing with someone, extra achievement sounds mechanic. It should be a sentence. It should be a sentence. A sentence has to be emotionally bonded. It should have a blend of emotional touch.
Sir, going to my family background like this.
Going is not an appropriate word when you're saying. No. You can simply write about my hobbies. I like watching television. See, remember one thing. The reason you're coming up with such words because in our country, English is taught in such a way that we are good in writing. But when it comes to speaking, we might have problems. So speaking skills or speaking in English is a little different than writing in English. Extra achievements beside this sounds informal, but certain words which sounds good when you write, but when you're saying it, it may now sound that good. Just check the chat because I can see a lot of chats here. So, yeah, video you can see the notepad, right, to everyone? Okay. So this should be the standard format of yours. So if you can put your details into this format, how it would sound, try it yourself. I'll give an example. I'm putting my introduction in, basic introduction. Well, good afternoon, sir. My name is Jatinder. I am 30 years old. I am from Kolkata, a beautiful city, Kolkata. As far as my family background is concerned, my father's name is so and so. He is a businessman. My mother's name is so and so. She's a housewife, and we are 3 siblings. Talking about my educational background, I completed my Madhyamik from so and so school in the year of 2010, and completed higher secondary from the same school itself. I'm pursuing graduation from so and so college. I have also completed so and so course from so and so institute. About my hobby, I love watching television, playing cricket, and playing chess as well. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. So this sounds better. It sounds a little choreographed, planned, right? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I would request everyone that you should put your introduction based on this format, and along with that, it's up to you how smoothly, how much you can refine it. The more refined you'll be able to do it, the more impactful it will be your trailer. Right. So ensure that you impact, you refine your introduction next time onwards and practice it. So I would tell you two things. First, give your introduction, take out your phone, click on the stopwatch, and then give your introduction. And you will observe that lot of my name is XYZ, I'm coming from there's a lot of fillers will come. Right. Now you see how long you can speak, how long you're speaking. Once you do that, you'll be able to understand, okay, I am able to give my introduction for 1 minute, 30 seconds, or 40 seconds. After that, then construct your introduction. You may write it down also based on this format. Write it down and then add few things with yourself also, if you want to add. And then you practice it and then see whether the time has increased or not. Automatically, the time will increase. Right? So practice this and your introduction will automatically go beyond 1 minute. So any question, any doubts, anything? Anyone has any question? Okay, so I guess nobody has any question, right?
Sir, what should be the ending line when I end my interview?
Thank you very much. That's it. Thank you very much. The opening and closing, it may remain same. What would be the opening line? If it's morning, good morning. If it's afternoon, good afternoon. If it's evening, which is apparently not going to happen, it should be good evening. So good morning, good afternoon is your opening line. And thank you so much, sir, is your closure. That's it. And the rest in between is your story. Any other doubts? Any doubts? Any queries? Anything else?
Also, thank you,
No?
sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we will cover other things also, many things, there are many aspects that we are gonna cover. We will cover in the preceding classes. So for today, let this be the let's call it a day. Let's be this would be the class. I would request you all that at least practice it as much as possible, because this sounds so simple, but this may be the deciding factor whether we'll get selected or rejected, right? So practice it as much as possible. The next class, if you have any doubts, if you come up with any hindrance or any obstacle or anything, you may ask and we'll sort it out in the next class. And with that note, let's wrap it up for today, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So